talk to you. This is so funny. Oh, wait, what did you never wore earrings for me before?
Please, cut.
This is so funny.
Hey, kicking him, mama, son, man.
I wish you were in bed. Do so no me wa.
Me,
Mom. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Love Umbrella YouTube channel.
Yes.
If this is your first time, thank you so much for coming and please stay behind. Well, if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back again.
Yes.
So in this video, it's actually a series.
Yeah.
You know, we are going to be talking about offenses, what causes offenses, how to deal with offenses, you know, and of course, we're going to be using ourselves as examples as well.
We are using her as example.
He has offended me several times. Yes. So, my name is Joy.
And I'm Victor Oluwafermi.
This is my husband.
And together we are Mr. and Mrs. V.
Mr. and Mrs. V, yeah. So thank you so much. And in this video, we're going to be talking about something very important. You know, in the world now, we are faced with lots of things. And as a result of these things, people get easily offended. In fact, a lot of people are on the edge, ready to
explode.
Ready to explode, you know. So we just thought it wise to talk about offenses and how to undo offenses. A lot of things causes offenses. You can get offended even in your family, relating with your family members, relating at the workplace, you know, even from social media. You know, people get offended by what you post, what you did not post, what you did not type well, what you did.
Literally, offenses are everywhere. I'm sure some people, okay, nobody is offended by this video, but you know, even on videos, you see, social media are not even helping the matters because they give, you know, in fact, on Facebook there are some stickers, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
So in this video, it's actually a series.
Yeah.
You know, we are going to be talking about offenses, what causes offenses, how to deal with offenses, you know, and of course, we're going to be using ourselves as examples as well.
We are using her as example.
He has offended me several times. Yes. At one point or the other, you'll be faced with, oh, should I get offended? Should I not? And
a lot of times you don't even have the time, you know, to decide whether you want to get offended or not. Before you even think about it,
you just react, you know. So in this video, we're going to be talking about everything offenses.
So let me tell you guys something. This is one topic I want to talk about it. At the same time, I don't want to talk about it at all because thinking about, you know, having dealt with offenses, it's quite annoying.
It is.
It is, right? Alright, but now we stand there. It isn't about how we feel. Alright, the truth is the truth, not about whether it is how we feel or anything.
True.
Alright.
So let's get right into the video.
Okay. Let me just put it disrespect. Alright. So it could be from anyone to anyone. Alright, let's say from a follower to a leader. Or from a leader to other leaders, all right, or from husband to wife, or from wife to husband, all right. So well, it's just recently that I'm learning how to adapt myself to it, all right, to deal with it, because I know sometimes culture to probably affect how you see things, you know. So, in a nutshell, I would say that's the number one thing that triggers.
Yeah, well, for me, generally, I get offended when I feel like being belittled. You know, I grew up dealing a lot with self-esteem. So when I see any sign of, oh, this person is trying to make me feel less of myself, I'm not being appreciated, you know, talking to me anyhow. Just anybody that doesn't really value me, could be in words or actions, you know, and it doesn't matter who, you know, I get offended. You know, I might not show it because I used to be a very quiet person.
You might hide it.
Yes, I might hide it.
I know. Some of us know that.
But right inside me, now I'm offended because I feel like, well, this person is trying to belittle me or make me feel less of myself. So that's the summary for me.
All right, so guys, if you are watching this, what's that one thing, you know, that you know you never agree with? You can share yours in the comments. And if you agree with us too, you can also resonate it again. Loud it in the comment section. Basically, offenses come when people do not conform to our expectations. We have these expectations of how people should behave, how they should treat others, and how they should treat us, and how they should even probably treat themselves. And once people don't conform to that expectation, it is easy to count it as an offense against them.
True.
Right? One of the foremost examples that comes to mind, and it doesn't matter, it can happen to anyone. I mean, it happens everywhere. That's the most annoying part. It can happen in the church, you know.
True.
It can happen during prayers. Prayer is too loud. It can happen anywhere. You can see someone is leading praise and worship, and there's another person she's too proud.
I can sing better than her. What's she doing?
Or she's trying to show off. Why is she doing her hands like this?
Why is she being dramatic about it?
Yeah. Is it because she's wearing a nice clothes? All right, so, and the person that is doing that, a lot of times is just ignorant.
Is unaware.
Sometimes they may be a little aware, but many times they may not even know what is going on.
True.
So we have this idea in our mind, and an example that comes to mind, Bible, John the Baptist, and Jesus. So it will take more consideration to know that it's actually an offense story, or a story about offenses. When John the Baptist heard about Jesus doing miracles and he was in the prison. Ideally, what we expect is, okay, this guy is doing signs and wonders. Come and rescue me. Come and do your miracles for me in the prison. But Jesus was just out there doing his stuff, doing the Father's business. And John the Baptist sent message to go and ask. All right, it wasn't even sounding offensive, but then Jesus was able to filter it out and know that this. He said, "Are you the one, or we should wait for another?" In other words, should we wait for another person to come and deliver us, or you are the one that is the savior, quote and unquote? So a lot of times we have expectations from people, all right, and once they don't conform to that, we get offended about it. All right, and it can happen anywhere. It can happen in the church. It can happen in the family. It can happen in the workplace. It can happen in the train. The train. All right, I'm laughing because here in our community here, in our city here, not just the city, but in the country here.
It is well.
It's almost all foreigners here can resonate with this illustration when you are in the train or when you are just outdoor. People just pick up their phones, look out, and start recording you and start taking pictures. And
the thing about these people in China is that most times they are ignorant that people could actually understand their language and could even actually speak. So they are always surprised when they hear you speak. Like, sometimes when you say, don't do this, they're and then they start laughing. And then they try to become friends become friendly with you. I can even understand if someone is so excited to see me and just decide to, woman pie down. That one is still okay, woman pie down. We are snapping together. Not the one that you just...
They'll sneak, they'll be
They'll even be hiding their all of that. They'll not be like this. And imagine they finish. Some of them is from their WeChat.
They'll put on their moment
to show their friends on WeChat. Some of them will even make a call and start doing it like
yes.
Sometimes we are in a stage where we are not just ready to face all these things. Maybe you are so into your thoughts and maybe even distressed or something, and somebody just starts, you will not even know when this thing in you will just flare up.
They want to put their hands in your hair and all of that.
I don't like that.
Yeah, the other day I was in the supermarket and my bag was like, she just came and put her hair in my hair. That day I got angry.
Yeah, it's so annoying. You can ask for permission. If they ask me with the tofa, I will tell you it's Jada because it's not my real hair. It's not my real hair. I will tell you it's not my. What's the point of me lying?
Normally, you think it's probably paparazzi, but this is not paparazzi because they can post the pictures and write all sorts of comments there. All right, so there's just a lot of things to get you offended.
I talked about me being very quiet. And I grew up dealing with a lot of self-esteem issues. So, can we say that our temperament can in a way affect how offended we get?
Of course, I think so. I believe so. Since, judging by the book of Tim Hayi, why you act the way you do, What gets you offended is based on your like programming, your inner programming. So I believe that in fact it is our temperament that decides what offends what offends us.
So in other words, someone might do something to me and I may get offended, and you might not get offended because you don't count it as something bad.
Yes. You know, a few minutes ago we just watched this analogy from Wabek. He talked about the woman, you know, that the Samaritan woman that came to meet Jesus, and he asked Jesus for healing, that her daughter is sick, and she needed healing for her daughter. And Jesus said, "No, I am only sent to the lost sheep of Israel." And the woman still kept begging. And Jesus said, we can't give what belongs to the child to the dog.
To the dog. Can you imagine? That was calling her a dog.
Well, literally, all right, which is now another temperament, you know, could have easily interpreted that as what? Wait, Jesus, what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that I am a dog? Are you? No, seriously. But you know what this woman did was totally phenomenal. She said her response didn't even have anything to do with pride, you know. But she said that, well, even the dogs, they do eat the breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
All right, which tells us that whether it is temperament or it is background or it is culture, all right, offenses are sponsored by pride.
So in other words, when I get offended, I'm proud.
Well, it's difficult to admit this. It's actually difficult to admit this, especially, maybe it's easy for us to say now. But when, it won't come again. But when the issue is at hand, you know, it is difficult to say that I am proud, that's why I'm offended.
Yeah, I get you.
Yes. All right, so guys, when next you're offended, just look at yourself. Step out of yourself and look at the guy that is offended and say you are a proud guy. You're a proud guy. All right. Now we've talked about offenses. We've talked about what causes offenses. All right, and we've talked about probably how to deal with. Have you talked about how to deal with offenses?
No, we haven't.
All right. Well, of course, we are going to talk more about it in an oncoming episodes. But let's just give a little intro. So, how do you deal with offenses?
I don't know.
Because the way you've been smiling seems you're like a master in dealing with just handling solving all forms of offenses, right?
I laugh in Spanish.
Okay, I can speak Spanish. Go on.
Well, how to do with offenses? Well, first of all, is to know the havoc offense causes. You know, actually, offense blinds you to what the real thing is.
True.
You know, in other words, you get consumed, especially in your mind.
Yeah.
The whole issue gets expanded in your mind. Imagine that woman, you know, who Jesus was calling dog. If she had meditated on it, a lot of things would have been like, all these men of God.
Meditation. Wrong meditation.
Wrong meditation. Imagine if it was in our contemporary time. People, a lot of things will happen. All these men of God, you know, they are just faking it. How can this man of God be calling me dog? How can this person be calling me dog? How far, you know? And then pick up your phone, post it on social media, and then it starts trending. You know, but it all started from the heart. You start thinking of it, meditating on it, and then it gets expanded. You know, and then even the real issue, you know, won't be the focus again.
True.
The real issue was our daughter that was sick. You know, that was afflicted by demons. You know. The real issue won't be the issue. That's the truth. So it obstructs. There's a way it creates. There was a message I saw that talks about offenses creating fence.
Yeah.
You know, so it creates division, and then it even blocks your perspective of things.
Guys.
So when we notice how harmful or how much havoc offenses can do, you know, would rather not thrive in that realm.
Guys, offenses are bad. Trust me, there's no way we want to look at it. Offenses is like
not offenses in that sense.
Yeah.
But receiving the offense.
So being offended and staying offended.
So offenses can come,
Yeah.
but you can decide what to do with it.
Yeah, you can dust it off.
You can decide what to do. So the offenses that you receive and you meditate on and you work on and you act on, that's what's bad. Okay, so thank you guys thank you guys for watching our video. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. So the lesson here is that you can choose what you do with offenses when it comes. You can choose to receive it, or you can choose to dust it off, like my husband said. So choose to dust off every offenses. It's not that easy, but we'll talk in subsequent videos. We'll talk about how to deal with offenses. So
all right, and you can feel free to share your views in the comment sections. Have you dealt with offenses before? What were the strategies you used? All right, who knows, we may see something very nice and discuss about it in our next episode. All right, so family, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. So thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Stay in love.
And
Bye.
don't forget that love is light. Stay in light.
Bye. This is so funny. Oh wait, talking of, you never wore a ring for me before.
Yeah. Yeah, what? Please, cut. Please, cut. Wait. It enters like this now, right? It enters like this, right? It's easier if I'm doing it for myself. Yes. What's it now? I guess that one was not super bad. Yeah, you did it. Don't worry, I'll be doing this more now. I want to go for competition. You can win the cup.
Which cup?